and welcome back to my playthrough of Expedition Zetta. We are still charting the universe on Arcturus, our first planetary system here, and we successfully landed on this gas giant here. Wasn't really a challenge, but we have to lift off again because we are not allowed to stay longer than one turn here. I think the only exception from this rule is if you're using the Xeno archaeology module, which I'm not using here because things are already pretty complicated, and I think using the solo mode it's not really rewarding to go into those mines. You could find some stuff, but more bad things could happen there than good things, and right now we really want to survive this trip. Because we are close to one of those Trojans here, I think we should go there. We have to spend another energy, but the good thing at Trojans is you find good stuff automatically, more or less. Of course, doing this automatically successful stuff doesn't give you any experience points. This is what you need in order to level up those guys. And when they level up, they provide you 2 dice when they're contributing something to a test or to a discovery in this case. So yeah, on the other hand, if you're not doing any of those stuff, then yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I think, yeah, let's do that. So let's spend 1 more energy in order to move 1-2 spaces here to Trojan. Good thing about Trojan is you don't really need to spend any additional energy for landing there. And this was our movement, and now we can basically, what's the action called? Okay, this was easy, scavenge Trojans here. So what we do is we draw 2 times from the substance bag, and you already know the drill. So this is a black one. Okay, we can use black for something. Again, we put this one back, and then we draw again, and what did we get here? A blue one. Blue is awesome because again we can convert 1 blue into 4 energy tokens. Okay, that was definitely a good draw, but that's already the end of our turn here, which means we come already to turn 3. And keep in mind, we are only allowed to stay here for 5 turns, and yeah, then we automatically go back to the mothership and jump to our next system. Before we do, we have to rotate our planets. Let's start here in the outer region. Let's go here, this goes there, this goes there. Actually, I'm not so sure if we stay on this Trojan when it moves. And yes, we do. This moves ahead, this moves ahead, and I think this is the last planet to move ahead. And then, yeah, we go right into round number 3. Right now we're at 0 gravity here because we are on the Trojan. Again, the Trojan doesn't really have a high gravity. And on the Trojan we are allowed to stay longer than a turn. I think the rules talk about a treaty between the participating countries. So I think it's basically a gamey turn in order, okay, you should not camp on a planet. So I think I could really go for an exo life product discovery here. And again, I think to basically explore this HDO laser prism, which gives me -1 energy when traveling counterclockwise. And I think maybe I might have explained this incorrectly. This is something I caught during editing, and one other error I also noticed during editing, I forgot to roll once in the preparation step for the AI. So something I cannot take back, and I won't take back because I think overall it didn't really affect the gameplay that much. But here, when you travel counterclockwise, it doesn't cost you movement points, it really costs you 2 energy when any step in your move really goes counterclockwise. It's not for every step, it's basically when you do this, you have to spend 2 additional energy. It's okay, theoretically, you can afford, or you could afford it, but you really shouldn't do that often. So again, I want to go for that because this would reduce this energy cost by 1, and this is huge apparently, and it also provides me a star pilot ability, which definitely always helps. So yeah, let's not move this turn. Let's try to make this discovery. So we need this icon here, which means only Uffe would be able to join us in our try here in order to explore or invent this HDO laser prism. We still need 1 piece of technology or equipment, so I think let's go for this exogaseous planet gear. So we have to enable this or use it or wear it down in this case, and this now allows us to go for this action. Next, we check our little dial there, and this tells us that in this system we need to roll a 5 or lower in order to be successful. On the D12, that's not that not really ideal, especially when you compare it to the substance roll, which is 9 or less. But on the other hand, finding life in the system, rolling a 3, it's also not really great. So yeah, I think let's go for this. And if you fail, we still get a knowledge token from the back. So it's basically not in vain. So yeah, let's do that. Let's try to find something. It's a 5 or less, and that's a 6. Are you kidding me? Okay, that was definitely bad. But again, we are allowed to have a look inside of this bag. And what did we get? Another warp token. That's cool. So we have 2 out of 5. So overall, this was definitely a good idea doing this. Great job. Uffe. But again, this was our turn, so we move into turn number 4. Of course, we still have to move the planets around. I will do that off camera now. And actually, I think I want to try again. So again, don't want to move, because I could go for other substances, but I think so far I was pretty successful already finding cool stuff. Of course, I have not really played this game that often to really understand how many of those resources I really need, especially when playing solo, but I'm feeling okay for now. So yeah, let's do that again. Let's wear down this exogaseous planet gear. It's now substantially warm, but that's still okay. As long as it's not moving here, we are still doing okay. And I think this time I want to roll a red die, not the orange one. That's the 5 we needed. Awesome. Okay, that's really perfect. Cool job, Uffe. So we get 1 experience, and if this moves to the level stage, we are allowed to level up 1 of our crew members. And if all have been leveled up, we would then move it to 9 steps. And right now I really have forgotten what I get, but it's definitely an awesome thing to do. I think it's additional victory points by the end of the game or so. Then we can choose one of those products. And again, we would go for the HDO laser prism. So we have to pay those 2 rare gases in order to get this. Great job, Uffe, again. And because we are playing with the equipment module, we can put it onto the equipment space here. So I can really use it for the ace pilot ability. Of course, I should not put it beyond repair, because then, at least how I would understand it, it will not count towards our goal. And again, we only need to explore one of those technology. On the other hand, there are other great products available here, or other cool technologies waiting for us there. So if I maybe get some additional pieces of resources, I could still decide if I want to go for an additional piece of technology. But I think let's try to finish our goals first. Again, we still need to get a lot of energy in order to make it back home. Even though I'm playing with the damage module, doing these discoveries here for those products is not something that would cause a damage marker to be placed. So I think from that perspective, I'm okay. Now we are moving into turn number 5. And with the damage module, I could now decide to stay longer in a given system by basically hitting, I think, everyone on my crew when I really want to stay longer. But to be honest, the next thing I want to focus at is life discovery. This is not really the perfect system for me, so I think I don't want to do that, to be honest. So I could now think of moving back to my mothership and do something there, because I need to spend 1 energy anyway. And on the other hand, I could also stay at the Trojan and hope for something good to appear as well, because again, doing a life discovery doesn't really help me. So yeah, why not? It seems to be kind of lame to stick here to the Trojan, but on the other hand, I still need some of those stones resources anyway. And then at the end of the turn, I will basically get transported back to my mothership anyway. So yeah, why not? Later on, I can still decide if I want to go to different planets, which will really offer me some bonus stuff. But I think right now, yeah, let's stick to those Trojans here. I think that's fine. So let's draw 2 times. So this is the first draw, another black one. What is black, by the way? Rare metals. Okay, makes sense. Put it back. And let's do that again. And okay, another rare gas. And I think this is part of the problem when doing this randomly, because we really need different kind of resources in order to be successful later on. And this way we really don't know what we get. It can be okay, but as you see, it's okay. We can use it for technology or something, but it will not really help us to win this game. But that's already the end of this turn again. We have to spend one piece of energy in order to go back to our mothership here. And I think I want to spend one of those radioactive materials in order to get 4 of those energy tokens back, because we don't know where we will jump to. Next, we will remove all of this stuff here and basically create a new system by drawing our next Milky Way quick Zetta card. And here we found Zetta Tachinae, it seems, and it's 28 light years away. And from what I understand, all this stuff is really accurate. So it's not important for the game, but the designers really spent a lot of time putting all this information together, which is really something I like a lot. So we have a desert planet, a lava planet, iron planet, a gas giant, another, I don't know what this is, and this is a gas dwarf. So I think I will do this now off camera. But before we do, let's see where we go. This is the star type F. So we have Goldilocks zones in C, D, and E. Okay, I think this could be more interesting. On the other hand, it's not significantly easier to find life in this system. And actually, I really don't know how likely this is. I think this value is always lower than all of the other values here. I think finding life is, I think we all agree it's not that easy, I would think. So again, let me populate the system here. Okay, this is our system here. Here we have basically the Goldilocks zone. So on this iron, I think this is the iron planet, we can potentially find life. So I think we should really go there. So we should land somewhere on C. This IGI is an ice giant, by the way, that's the blue one here. And we have a lot of Trojans. And I think I forgot 2 Trojans. Just noticed that, because next to all of those gas giants or gas planets, we put one of those Trojans here. And this is a gas dwarf, by the way, but still, it seems to get some Trojans. Yeah, I think this is good. So let's roll for C and hope for a good position. That's C5. Let's see where it goes. C5, C5, C5. C5 is directly on this iron planet. Are you kidding me? I still have to spend one energy to land there, but this was really great. Awesome stuff. Of course, we must not forget to pay for our 7 energy. Again, that was a very expensive jump here. That's 5, 6, and 7. So we are already down to only 4 energy tokens. Wow. And we are not really halfway through of our mission goals here. So we really have to find some more radioactive materials. We still have 1, so we get 4 more, but we will also spend some of the stuff in order to find stuff. And we only have 4 turns now. So yeah, things really can go south in this second system. So yeah, let's definitely use our position here. So we will spend 1 energy in order to land on this gas giant here. And we find, oh, that's so awesome. Okay, iron planets seem to provide us with radioactive materials, if I'm not mistaken. So we land, so we can place our flag here, and we get the bonus twice, which means in this case we just got 2 extra radioactive materials. So that's 8 more energy. So I think our next jump should be safe. That's pretty cool. Okay, but this was only our movement. Now we could find or try to find some we can do some more of those, what is it called, substance discovery, because we could get 2 extra dice here, and we would lose 1 die if we would go for the life discovery. But it's the only planet. No, it's not. Actually, we can also find life on this gas giant here, but this would mean we would have to spend another energy using our star pilot technology, land there, and also use this gas thing. Okay, this, not sure if I like this, to be honest. But this is -1, but I have no clue how many dice we would lose on our gas giant here. On the other hand, if I go there, I could definitely find some stuff. Rolling 2 extra dice is huge, apparently. So yeah, I should really go for more radioactive materials that will need the energy. Okay, let's skip life for now. Let's really do something meaningful in the system, or on this planet. So she will do the substance discovery here. So we will wear down, yeah, let's wear down this, what is it? The substance ether drive one more. And by the way, if you're using more than one, let's say, crew member on this skill, you have to wear it down for each crew member participating in this discovery attempt. So in this case, it's only her, so one step is sufficient in this case. We still need to roll, but keep in mind, we only need to roll a 9 or lower on a 12-sided die. So this should be possible. Okay, famous last words, I know. So let's see what we get. It should be fairly simple because we get 2 extra dice. Not sure why I'm knocking over this poor ship here. So we definitely go for the red die, and let's go for the green, and I don't know what this is, a green, another green one die, olive green. And again, we need to roll 1 9. It doesn't matter how many successes free roll, we simply need 1 success. And yes, those were 3 successes, so we are good, which means we level up. That's the good news. Unfortunately, we also have bad news. Maybe let's stick to the good ones first. We get twice the bonus that's printed here. So that's 2 more of those radioactive tokens. So I think we should be good. 1 we still need in order to win this game. So we cannot spend all of those. Keep that in mind. But the problem now is we rolled 4 and a 6. And again, we are playing with a damage module, which means we found some hazardous substances. So we basically got 2 damage tokens, and we have to distribute them to the crew members that participated in this roll. And it was only Chick in this case. So we have to place 1 here. This is okay. We are allowed to do that even though we are not using the warp module, but then we still have to put it on another skill of her. And I think let's go for the life value, so we can still go for some substance discoveries later on, but we should definitely try to heal, because as long as she has damage, she will not be able to use any of our knowledge tokens, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's not forget to put those 2 additional radioactive tokens onto our control board. That's pretty much the end of our first turn here. I will rotate the planets off camera again, and that's the situation after we basically did our cleanup step. We have 3 more turns in the system unless we are willing to take some damage, but I think I'd rather not at this point in time. So yeah, what should we do next? We cannot stay on this planet, that's clear. So we have to leave the planet's surface right now. So we have to spend some energy in order to move away. But before we do that, let's spend 1 more radioactive material to get 4 more energy back. I think that's really important. We have 3 out of 4 of our discoveries we need to make. So I think that's good. And I think, do we need the star pilot ability now? And I think we don't, because I want to heal now first. Having 2 damage markers doesn't sound like a good idea. So let's spend this 1 energy. And I think we want to go to this gas giant here, because again, it's in the Goldilocks zone, so we should be able to find something here, or we could be able. Not really sure how likely it is. I think it's not. I'm pretty sure that on, I don't know, those ice giants, or maybe on this Earth kind of things, or Terran planets, for example, it's much more likely, or maybe even on this, I don't know, carbon planet or whatever it is, but I will try anyway. So I have 7 movement points. So I will move 1, 2, 3, moving to this different orbit here. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I can jump over those planets if I don't want to land there. So I'm 1 step short of this. But again, because I don't want to land here, I think that's perfectly fine. Next, I want to take a healing action. So I'm not doing anything else, which means I get to remove 2 of those damage markers. But this was already a very, very, very short turn. So we are halfway through our system already. So yeah, let's rotate the planets. So let's spend 2 energy now in order to move 1, 2 steps here, and then we land. So that's our 2nd energy we have to spend. Let's see what we find. But of course, we have to wear down another piece of technology. It's a gaseous planet. Keep that in mind. So let's flip it. Oh, it's a -2. Yeah, I think I really could have imagined that. The good thing is we find gems there. We can find gems there. So I think, yeah, we will find gems because we will land here for sure. Unfortunately, I already used Germany's special abilities, so I only get one of those cubes, but I'm not complaining. So right now we have pretty much fulfilled our resources goal here. Yeah, absolutely. Radioactive, that's here. Gems, we have rare metals, and we have rare gas. Purple is pretty much a wild card, so we don't need an additional category for it. So in theory, I only need to find life now. And even though I would lose 2 dice, I could use all 3 guys in order to still get to roll 1 die, but then I need to roll a 4 or lower on this 1 die, and I would considerably wear down my technologies. But it's 3 steps, so 1 step here and 2 more steps here pretty much. So wow, I'm not sure, because if I fail with this 1 die, I may have a problem later on. Of course, I can repair my technology, so that's not that big of a deal, but still, is it worth it? I'm not so sure. No, maybe not. Let's try to level. So I think let's go for this technology. So again, she wants to, or she tries to find some stuff. She's the only one who's doing the discovery action. In this case, she gets 1 extra die. And again, we need to roll 1 9 or lower, and that's a 9 and a 4. The 9 is good, the 4 is also good. The problem is, again, we have taken 1 point of damage, which is okay right now, I guess. But we still get 2 extra gems. Oh, that's interesting, because we could go for this Cassini compressor here, which would give us +1 random substance when you land on gaseous planets. That's nice. That's really, really nice. Yeah, why not? And I think we can still count our score at the end of the game. That's 7 more points. So overall, I think this could be worth it. But again, this was already the end of our turn. Let's do the last turn in this system. So let's rotate the planets once more. And again, I think I want to spend at least 1 more of those radioactive materials. Even though we are really collecting a lot, you see, we burn for them like hell. And I think I need to do that again. So let's spend 1 more. So here are 4 more energy tokens, and then I have to leave this planet. And I think let's go back to our mothership. So let's spend 1 energy to move 1 2 3 4 5 spaces back to our mothership, so we don't lose anything else at the end of this turn. This is the last turn in the system, keep that in mind. And because it's very likely we will find something juicy here, because again, this 8 or lower you need to roll, I think yes. Let's have Uffe go for another attempt here. So I think let's go for the exo multi-device for now. Or should we? No, let's not do that. Let's go for the exo gaseous planet gear for now. So he gets to roll 1 die, and we really need to repair those 2 kind of technologies. I cannot use this, because then if we move it here, it's destroyed, gone for good. Then I would have to start using this exo multi-device, which could be okay as well. But yeah, let's roll first. And let's see what we get. Are you kidding me again? I'm whiffing this. Oh, come on. Okay. Let's get our consolation prize, which is another token. Okay, this is one of those tokens, a knowledge token, which I can use in order to land on a gaseous planet. So I can spend this instead of moving equipment down. This is okay, but yeah, again, I was at least hoping for a warp token, which I need in order to win this game. Keep in mind, I need 3 more of those. I think there are 7 in the bag, so overall I should be okay. My knowledge cap, by the way, is 3, so I cannot have more than 3 of those normal knowledge tokens. If I get a 4th one, I have to discard down to 3. Okay, this was really the last turn, and I think I will not build the new system, but I still want to see where we go. Again, I don't need to spend any additional energy because I'm already at my mothership. So let's see where we go. And here we have Tarbit Pi Orionis. It seems again 7 energy we have to spend, so let's do that. I will put these on the card so I remember that I spend those. So again, we are down to only 4 energy and we only have 1 more radioactive token left, which we can easily spend. Again, we need 1 of each of those still in order to win this game, so I cannot burn it. So yeah, wow, this is a toughie. One last thing to do. Let's at least see where we go. And here we have star type. Oh, we only have 2 turns. Are you kidding me? Goldilocks are in F, G. Oh, wow. F, G, and H. The very, oh, wow. F, G, and H. Oof. Not sure if I like this, to be honest. Okay, I will now do basically populate the game board off camera. Okay, and this is the system. Really not a lot of planets and they're really spread out, and I only have 2 turns, so I really have to use the star pilot ability during my next turn, and I only have 2 turns in the system. Then I have to again spend a lot of energy in order to jump to my next system. So I think I won't be doing much in this system other than trying to get some cool resources, to be honest. Everything else, wow, is definitely tough. Okay, I think I will call it for today. And I really hope you are still enjoying my little playthrough of Expedition Zetta, charting the universe. I certainly do. It's really a very enjoyable game, despite the artwork on some of those crew member cards. But really, I like these kind of scientific games, so which is why I'm a huge fan of basically all games from Sierra Madre by Sierra Madre, and I think Expedition Zetta is no different to some of those other games. It's not that complicated than some of Phil Eklund's games, but it's still complex enough, especially if you're adding some of those modules into this game, though it really feels very interesting. Hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and until then, bye bye.